Please be on Note-Taking Study Guide, page 107, and your textbooks on page 238. We're going to go over the rise of the Aztecs. First, we're going to start with the geography of Mexico in general. There's major geographic feature is the Central Plateau. It's a highland baseland. It's good for farming, and there's a couple reasons that it's good for farming. One, the soil's quite fertile. Second, there's a climate that's pretty mild. First, they were previously called the Mexica, and they settled on the island in Lake Texcoco. They settled there because their chief god told them to settle in a place where an eagle perched on a thorny cactus grabbing a snake. If you look at the Mexican insignia on the left-hand side of your bottom left-hand side, you can see that that is the current day Mexican symbol. And the name of the original settlement was Tenochtitlan. Okay. The advantages of the island settlement. There's a couple of advantages to actually settling on it. First is that the food is mostly lake with marshy shoreline, rich in food. It was ideal for farming. It made transportation quite easily with canals, and it was defensible, easy to defend against attack. One thing that's very interesting that the Aztecs did is that they built chinapas, which are floating gardens used to expand the island and grow more food, because as their population grew, they didn't have enough food. They were living on a lake. So they created these floating gardens. So at this time, please pause the video and turn in your textbooks to page 241, and you can see that there's a picture of Chinapa still used today, and it has kind of how they actually did it. So please read over that and be duly amazed. And finally, the important events of the Aztec Empire itself. First, they formed a triple alliance with two other city-states. Then they continued to expand over 40 years and included most of the Valley of Mexico, and you can see the map of that on page 241 of your textbooks. And then they eventually, Montezuma came to power, and he was the last emperor of the Aztecs as the Spanish invaders arrived in 1519 and destroyed their empire.